1942, there were only 22 whooping cranes left alive. Their habitat was vanishing, and they'd been hunted till they were almost extinct. Everyone had given up on this species. But a small group of scientists and other folks came up with a crazy plan to raise whooping cranes and teach them to be wild, even how to migrate. There was quite a lot of worry about whether it would work or not. You know, biologists said, well, that's ridiculous, you can't do that. But we had to try. The future of this species was hanging in the balance. Here at Patuxent, we have the largest captive whooping crane population in the world. But raising a bird in a captive environment that is actually ready to be wild is incredibly challenging. It is a grand experiment, and there are no guarantees that it will work. Here, we just got an egg from one of the captive pairs. Every single one of these chicks is very valuable. Fortunately, they don't know that they're carrying this big burden. The chick is hatched in isolation. As an orphan, there are no parents to teach it how to feed. So we use this puppet head to model that behavior for the chicks. Puppet comes in there, gets the attention of the crane with the puppet head, and presents the food. Some of the chicks don't learn how to feed very quickly. We feel a great relief when the chick actually starts to eat on its own. That's a good day. But our goal is a wild bird that's healthy and well-adjusted socially and happy, ready to migrate. When they're about 6 weeks old, we box them up in these great big boxes and send them up to Wisconsin, where they'll learn how to fly together behind the ultralight. It's a bittersweet day. We're happy to see them going on to the next phase in their training, but it's a little sad to see the birds we were so close to leave us as well. But to survive, they have to learn that historic migration route. If they stay here, they won't be able to make it through the winter.
For the first few days, we just taxi up and down the runway and get them used to their area. And then the process of learning to fly starts. Every lesson that we teach these birds is leading towards preparation for the migration. You know, we're building up their endurance and making sure they can make that first flight. You get butterflies in your stomach. It's showtime, and we're responsible for it, so that always adds to the tension, you know? You get up in the air with them, and although this species has been doing this for tens of thousands of years, this is the first trip they've ever made.